What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I've got some football focus. For the third consecutive video, I wanted to bring you guys some more Pittsburgh Steelers free agency news because I miss sports, I miss football, I miss the Steelers, and you guys so far are responding pretty well to my previous two free agency videos. So if you guys want to see all the Steelers cuts they made, me talk about Mark Barron, restructuring guys like Vance McDonald, franchising Bud Dupree, signing Eric Ebron, signing Stefan Wisniewski. If you guys want to hear all the previous signings, cuttings, and restructurings, go back and watch those two previous videos. This is the third and potentially final installment of the Steelers free agency because as of this past Monday, the XFL players were able to sign with an NFL team. Many players signed on many teams, including Jordan Ta'amu to the Chiefs and PJ Walker to the Carolina Panthers, the two big quarterbacks in the league. I'm an XFL fan. I enjoyed the league this year. I wish it had gotten to finish its entire season. But after the first 5 weeks of the season, the XFL, much like all other sports, has canceled, and now the season would be considered officially over. So now XFL players can sign for NFL teams, and Pittsburgh, the Steelers, have signed 4 of them. So Pittsburgh is adding more depth pieces. I talked in the past in this video about Pittsburgh signing a lot of guys at cheap prices in positions we need to provide a lot of depth and more bodies and more position battles in camp and preseason. Pittsburgh did that with 4 more guys to add to their roster. Now, are these 4 guys going to be franchise changers? Probably not. Are these 4 guys going to be starters coming this season? Probably not. But again, they are 4 solid signings in positions we needed guys at that could potentially push guys that are already starting or could be nice fill-in gaps for the team. So I want to bring you guys some brief info on those 4 guys. I don't know those 4 guys all that well. Again, they're not guys that have spent a lot of time in the NFL in big playing situations. So I'm just going to bring you guys what I know about them. First of all is the biggest signing out of the 4. It is Kayvon Walker, the defensive tackle from the New York Guardians. And why this one is so big is, number one, D tackle is Pittsburgh, one of their biggest holes right now. The Steelers need D tackles. We have 3 guys overall that are considered in the position. And Kayvon Walker is a pretty big one because he led the XFL in sacks in the entire league this year. So through 5 weeks, he had 4.5 sacks. And I think he also had like 18, or maybe not 18, maybe 11 tackles for a loss or something like that. So led the league in sacks at 4.5 sacks in 5 games, and also did a lot of tackling for a loss. So solid in the run game, solid at sacking the quarterback, dual threat in both the passing and running blitzing for Kayvon Walker. And again, we have 3 other guys right there vying for that role. We have Daniel McCullers, who's the veteran who I'm not really a big fan of. We have the young Isaiah Buggs, who had potential in his rookie season, is coming back for his 2nd season now. And we have Tyson Alualu, who is a veteran end who plays in the right and left end spots, who can also fill in a D tackle. So we've got 1 veteran, 1 second-year player with promise, and we have McCullers. And Kayvon Walker could be a nice extra body in there who could take someone's spot. He can push a guy like Buggs to be better. He can be enough to let Tyson Alualu stay at the end spots and fill in for Tuitt and Hayward instead of being a D tackle. He could possibly push McCullers out of Pittsburgh if he plays well. Again, tackles for a loss, decent in the run game, good in the pass rush game. I like this signing, and let's see what he can do. Then we got Jaron Jones, offensive tackle, also from the New York Guardians. Played pretty well from what I saw. Again, I wasn't watching a whole lot of XFL for the offensive pass blocking. I wasn't watching a lot of O-line play. That is the least sexy, interesting position in football to watch. But from what I saw, he played pretty well. Played in college at Notre Dame. I think all these guys have had tryout camps and have had at least practice squad experience in the NFL. So Jaron Jones is the guy I know least about, but again, played for the Guardians, who's a pretty up and down but solid team, and played at Notre Dame, which is a pretty solid college football squad. So adding another tackle is important. He also played at guard in the past as well, and that's a spot we needed more of. We signed Wisniewski, and I think we brought back Zach Banner So the line does have some nice pieces on it, but he's another guy that could add depth because our line is going to need some help after losing 2 offensive guards this offseason. So another solid signing at another place we need bodies. Then we have Tyree Kinnell, the safety for the DC Defenders. And he played pretty well this season. DC started off pretty hot this year. Again, I haven't seen much of Kinnell, but I saw a little bit and I liked what I saw. Not only did he play, I think, pretty solid in his spot this year at safety, but he also played in 2019 for the Cincinnati Bengals in preseason. He got to their camp. I think he was undrafted, I can't recall, but I think he was undrafted and got signed undrafted in preseason. And in the preseason games, for the Bengals in 4 games, he had 4 tackles and 2 pass deflections. So he made some plays out there for the Bengals when he played in the NFL level, and he played pretty solid for the XFL this year. So again, safety is a spot we could use some backup reassurance. Obviously, Minkah Fitzpatrick is an absolute star game changer. And obviously on the other side, we have Edmonds, who has shown a lot of growth and a lot of potential. He's a good hitter. He's a guy who can make some plays, but he also gets burnt and makes some bad plays as well. He's raw, but he's played a whole lot better since playing with an all-star on the other side. So we think that we have our 2 starters in place for the long term. It's just the backup guys we need. We cut the guy during the regular season we had coming in last year, Cam, and then we also we re-signed Jordan Dangerfield, who's a veteran, but I haven't seen much out of him. I don't even know, even being re-signed, if he has enough to make any plays for us in the dime package and quarter packages. We don't have any true backup safeties that I really trust. So Jordan Dangerfield and who's the other one? Brian Allen are going to be getting challenged by Tyree Kinnell to play this year. We had Drayvon Askew-Henry playing in the secondary last year. He got signed in the NFL. I think it was the Redskins or someone else, maybe the Giants. I think the New York Giants brought him back to possibly even play this year in the nickel corner spot. So we lost him. But we have a couple guys vying in Allen and Dangerfield for the backup safety spots, and I think Kinnell can make some plays in that spot. And finally, we signed long snapper / linebacker Christian Kuntz, who played for the Dallas Renegades this year. He was a camp body. He's played for, I think, 4 previous NFL teams, including the Steelers. I think he was in the Steelers camp this year, either 2018 or 2019, but I think this past season he was in the Steelers camp playing at long snapper and linebacker. Didn't make the team. He's played now for 3 or 4 different teams in the NFL, but played in the XFL for the Dallas Renegades this year, and now he's back in camp for the Steelers. We can always use another body on special teams, an extra long snapper, an extra linebacker, see if he can make any plays in the preseason. So 4 solid bodies in 4 spots where we could use more bodies to push and play with some backups and see what they can do. So do any of these guys make any plays? Most notably Kinnell or Walker? Do they wind up being someone that plays during the regular season? Do they make the team and push some other guys out? Can they challenge guys like Dangerfield and McCullers for their veteran spots and come in and make some splash plays? What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. Are there any other free agents, either in the XFL or in the NFL pools, that you would like to see the Steelers go after that could make some plays that we could actually realistically afford? Tell me in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys soon, football fans. Take care.